President Vidya Devi Bhandari has once again invited controversy by what the ruling coalition call a defiance of the constitutional provisions as she rejected the citizenship bill for the second time. Opposition party meanwhile voiced their support, saying the move is protecting the constitutional sentiments. In the meantime, the fate of the bill has been stranded as experts have suggested for a legal solution to the deadlock. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanamma, and these are the headlines of the hour. Nepal, a witness to major political transformations in the past 3 decades, but the faces contesting in the elections remain the same. Airline service providers charge exorbitant fares from passengers in the pretext of increase in aviation fuel prices as festivities approach. Russian police arrest hundreds of protesters that staged protests against President Putin's order for partial mobilization of reservists to fight in Ukraine. And England's Football Association piles pressure on Qatar government to compensate migrant workers injured or killed while constructing the infrastructure for this year's World Cup. President Vidya Devi Bhandari has once again invited flack by denying to authenticate the citizenship bill that was endorsed by the federal parliament for the second time. Parties of the ruling coalition have alleged the president of disregarding the parliament that was chosen by the public and have said the president had trampled upon constitutional provisions and acted against the authority and responsibility bestowed upon her. As the ruling and opposition parties remain divided over the issue, sister organizations of both the sides staged programs against and in support of the president's move. Youth wing of main opposition CPN-UML have said the president had worked in favor of the constitution, while the two youth wings of Nepali Congress and Maoist Center have protested the president's move, saying it was against the sentiments of the constitution. Meanwhile, Vice President Nanda Bahadur Pun has suggested the president had failed to abide by constitutional norms. The ruling coalition parties consulted with legal practitioners on the future course regarding the bill. Experts too have suggested for finding legal solution to the stalemate. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, today we've asked people in several provinces what do they term the president's violation of the constitution. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
यसले एउटा मुलुकमा एउटा संवैधानिक एउटा संकट उत्पन्न गरेको छ।
राष्ट्रपतिले जुन कदम आफ्नो चाल्नु भयो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि नेपालको संविधानको खिली उडाएको छ।
राष्ट्रियता र संविधानको रक्षार्थ गरेको एउटा चाहिँ नि ऐतिहासिक कदम हो, ऐतिहासिक निर्णय हो।
संविधान भन्दा पनि आफूलाई माथि सम्झेको
विशुद्ध राष्ट्रपति जस्तो नभएर हैन कुनै पार्टीले हिंस दिएको मात्रै काम गर्ने जस्तो देखिराखिएको छ।
Nepal's political sphere has witnessed countless transformations through political and people's movements. However, the faces of leaders at the forefront have merely changed in the past several decades. Different generations of the public have been compelled to vote among the same faces for several decades now.
Prime Minister and Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba has been elected from his home constituency in Dalildura for 6 times in a row. Deuba, who has assumed the office of the Prime Minister, is on a pursuit for a 6th term through the nearing November 20 elections. Another Nepali Congress leader, Ramchandra Paudel, has won 5 out of 6 elections from Tanahu. Leader Krishna Prasad Sitaula is gearing up to contest in his 8th election coming November. Sitaula has previously contested in 6 general elections and once in a by-election, having won on 3 occasions. Leader Bijay Kumar Gakshadar, who has never lost since the 90s, is campaigning for his 7th contest now. Other Congress leaders, including Arjun Narsingh Kesi, Bal Bahadur Kesi, Ramesh Rijal, Ram Sharan Mahat, and Deepkumar Upadhyay, have all contested in 6 elections each. CPN-UML Chair KP Sharma Oli has regularly contested in general elections since 1991, won 5 times and assumed the post of Prime Minister on 3 occasions. However, like Deuba, Oli is looking to be Prime Minister once again following the November polls. Another UML leader, Krishna Gopal Shrestha, is preparing to contest in polls for the 8th time. Likewise, UML Deputy General Secretary Prithvi Subba Gurung has already contested for 6 times. CPN Unified Socialist Chair Madhav Kumar Nepal, who became National Assembly member in 1991, is another regular face at Nepal's elections. Likewise, leader Jhalnath Khanal, vice chair of the party Rajendra Pandey and Ramchandra Jha, among other leaders of the party, have also been regular at the general elections since the 90s. Loktantrik Samajwadi Party chair Mahanta Thakur, leaders Rajendra Mahatto, Sarvendra Shukla too are regular election faces. 3 times member of the National Panchayat and Rashtra Prajatantra Party leader Pashupati Samsher Zabara has never missed out on elections since the 90s. The party's Prakash Chandra Lohani too is gearing up for the polls for the 6th time and Deepak Bohra for the 7th time. Likewise, leader Bamdev Gautam and Hridesh Tripathi have not missed out on any election either. Krishna Bahadur Mahara and Agni Sapkota, who took part in the 1991 election, and CPN Mao's Centre Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal, among majority of the other leaders from the party, have regularly participated in general elections. Nepal Samajwadi Party Chair Baburam Bhattrai and Janata Samajwadi Party Chair Upendra Yadav have changed parties and election constituencies time and again, but not missed out on any election. The country, as experts put, has reeled under a syndicate of handful of leaders who they say have undermined the value of democracy. There is a call on all senior leaders to review their political contributions and make way for the much-needed political transformation.
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. And the question is, what do you term the repetition of political leaders as candidates? Your options are A, greed for positions, B, power aspirations, and C, absence of leadership. Voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Welcome back. We've just received an unfortunate update from Dhading's Gajuri, where a child has been reported dead after being hit by a bus. Scuffles have also been reported in the region as the locals and students staged protests and obstructed vehicular movement along the Prithvi highway. Now, at least 3 people have died in an explosion at Kapan, Ward number 11 of Budhanilkantha municipality of Kathmandu yesterday evening. According to SSP Bharat Bohra, at least 3 individuals were killed in the incident caused by explosion of oxygen cylinders kept in the house of a trekking agency operator near Ram Mandir in Kapan. It has been learned that the oxygen cylinders were kept in the ground floor. Those killed were in the ground floor, while others in the floor above have been rescued. Bodies of those killed have been taken to Tribhuvan University Teaching Hospital. Bohra has added that those deceased are yet to be identified. The fire was extinguished in hours with the joint effort of locals, police and fire engines. Moving on, service providers have expressed grievances over exorbitant airfares in the pretext of increase in aviation fuel prices ahead of festivities. Companies have hiked the airfare to Dhangadi from Kathmandu from the previous rate of around 7,500 rupees to up to 17,000 rupees. Airfare for Kathmandu to Pokhara has now been set at up to 6,900 from around 3,500. Based on the existing provisions, airfares can be set by adding the regular fare and cost of aviation fuel. Service seekers have now been compelled to bear the brunt because of exorbitant airfares set by the companies. Meanwhile, the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal has yet to initiate efforts to reduce the airfare. Nepal 2020 League Cricket Association of Nepal CAN's first unofficial franchise league tournament has been delayed by 3 months. The tournament has been pushed, citing security concerns for the nearing provincial and parliamentary elections. At a time when the Nepali cricket fraternity has been suspecting if the tournament would ever be held, CAN has said that the delay provides additional time to ensure better management of the league. 6 participating teams had completed all required preparations for the tournament, which CAN is organizing in collaboration with 7-3 Sports. However, the tournament has been delayed following the government order citing security reasons for nearing general elections. All participating teams seem content with the tournament being delayed. The participating 6 teams have already selected their marquee players, while 67 Nepali and 33 foreign players were included in the draft. Kathmandu Gorkhas, owned by Kantipur Media Group, Lumbini All Stars, Pokhara Avengers, Far West United, Janakpur Royals and Biratnagar Super Kings will compete at the tournament. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.